Hello, everyone. Adam here from Three Count Radio, and today is a very special day as we have my 50th episode. And I thought I'd dress up all dapper, maybe to spite a certain someone. We won't mention his name. Before I get into my 50th podcast, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone for following me along this journey. What are you doing here?
What do you mean? What am I doing here? You know, Timmy, you know why I'm here. Timmy Adams, everyone. Timmy Adams. Oh, what a beautiful guy. Haha, not. Look at him. He can't even present a podcast properly. It's his 50th podcast, and I'm here having to do it for him because you can't get enough of the real Ryan Lowe brand. I mean, fair dues to him. Look at him. He's wearing his nice little blazer that I gave him as a treat. We've not seen that before. Oh, wait, yeah, we did. When I handed it over and I smacked him over the head with a mic for being cheeky.
Yeah,
Wasn't that fun times, Timmy?
yeah. You can't even hit an announcer in the face. They have to wait until he turns his back.
Hey, at the end of the day, you give me cheek, you give me jip. It's all fair game. I just do what I've got to do. And if it weren't for them stupid children of the moon, I'd have done a lot more. And you'd have been in serious pain. We wouldn't be seeing you anywhere near the LWF again.
Well, Ryan Lowe.
Excuse me, Timmy. If you're going to do
What?
it, get it right. It is the real Ryan Lowe brand.
Well,
Introduce me properly.
I
I
know you
gave
are a
you
wrestler.
all the tips that you needed to make sure that you could do your interviews and your podcast because they are the same thing. Make sure you could do it right, and you still can't get my name right. You're just as horrible and absolutely disgusting as them fans in Chorley.
Now, come on. There is nothing wrong with the fans in Charlie. Nothing wrong. I am one of them.
Exactly, and that's all I have to say about it.
Without those fans in Charlie, where would you be?
I'd be singing my praises, and I'd have people singing my praises all over the world. I'd be an international known superstar because I don't need the LWF. The LWF and you peasants of Chorley need me. That's the only reason why I'm here, to save the LWF, because I am Mr. Indie Wrestling. I am the LWF savior. I am the one true ace.
50th episode, everybody, and it is ruined by a man wearing zebra.
Zebra ruins nothing, Timmy. Zebra ruins nothing. Zebra is the way of life. Oh, doesn't matter whether you're vegan, whether you're a hippie, whether you're a meat eater, whether you're lesbian, gay, bisexual, trans, zebra is the way forward. It is a life choice, it's a lifestyle, and it all starts with this sexuality right here.
Oh, put it away, lad. Put it away. Dear Lord. You're going to get me demonetized. Well, not monetized. You're going to have me shut down with that open like that. I actually enjoy doing this, you know.
You wish you could.
I actually enjoy doing this. I've had bigger names on here than you could dream of.
Embrace.
Why don't you start a podcast? See if you can actually get anybody on your podcast.
Because my podcast would be worldwide and I wouldn't want to embarrass all you little peasants that do these little tiny podcasts to make yourselves feel better. Because you can't get in a ring, because you don't feel good enough to get in a ring and perform like this sensation right here. Because you are just not good enough. You cannot compare or compete with the likes of the real Ryan Lowe brand.
You know exactly why I can't step in that ring. You know exactly why. Now you may not have been there when it happened, when the injury happened, but you know exactly why I can't, and that is low even for you.
And maybe I set it up.
That part is the least surprising thing you've said all night.
Because I know and I knew in an instant at that time that you were not relevant. You were not good enough to stand up to the likes of people like me.
So you were scared. Is that what you're saying?
I'm not scared. Scared of you? Ah, Charlie, give him a round of applause. Sorry, I do apologize. The free count radio. What do you call your fans?
I haven't really thought of a name for my fans, to be honest with you.
We'll call them the idiots that follow your podcast then. Come on, Freak Out Radio idiots. Give him a round of applause. Oh, he's got comedy. Maybe you should start stand up. Oh, well, that's just right, isn't it? You're a massive joke. You're an absolute peasant and you do not deserve. You don't even deserve this time with me. I'm here because I need to show you and all your Freak Out Radio followers that this is relevant, and I make this relevant by it being your 50th show, the biggest show you've ever done with the biggest superstar that you could have asked for. You didn't even need to ask for me. I just turned up because that's how relevant I am.
I've got nothing more for you. I got no. I need to update my firewall. I think that's one thing I need to do. I need to update my firewall.
You know what I call? You know what I
Peasants like
say?
you out.
You know what I say? I'm not a peasant, mate. No, 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 no. I don't even know why I just called you that. You don't deserve to be called mate. Oh, you don't even deserve to be called a lowlife, like them fans of mine. Oh, yes, they think they're absolutely delightful, but really, I'm just manipulating them for all the money that I can get. Oh, lowlifes, you're welcome. But don't worry, Mr. Indie Podcast is here, and he's here to make your show the best it can be. Because let's be honest, it's not doing that well without me. How many followers? 69, was it?
Nice.
Oh, well,
It's a very nice number.
it may
I
be a
can't
nice
complain
number,
at all at that.
but we can guarantee that you don't get it. So I've got an idea. How about we do something a bit different tonight? How about, seeing as it is the so-called Free Count Radio's 50th podcast, let's make
It's meant to be.
It is now the real Ryan Lowe show. Or should we call it even better? The real Ryan Lowe podcast. Sends chills down your spine.
Nobody asked for.
But everybody wants and needs.
Less of that.
So, Timmy. Let's talk about you, shall we? Let's talk about what makes Timmy Aarons tick.
I don't know who Timmy Aarons is, so I won't know.
Come on, Timmy. Don't play this game with me tonight.
I'm not playing games.
We're here celebrating the Real Ryan Lowe podcast on its first ever show on the 50th episode of Free Count Radio. Had to start somewhere, I suppose. May as well be this docile.
Cheers.
So, Timmy, tell me. Please tell me. Indulge me. What makes you tick? What made you want to get into presenting a podcast?
Well, as you very, very much made it very clear, I got hurt. So me getting into the ring was a no-go. So I thought possibly commentating. So then I didn't know what to do or how to get into that. And then a few conversations later with a few good people. I was on the radio for a few years, and with being on the radio on Bulletin FM, I thought, okay, well, I give podcasting a shot. And my first ever guest was Ethan Allen. Someone you know. Someone who's been dealt a pretty damn shit hand, but he's a damn good wrestler and a damn good guest. So yeah, it kicked off from there. And the guests I've had, you couldn't lace their boots.
Oh, guys. Oh, look at this sob story. It's like he's trying to win X Factor. Oh, give him a round of applause, guys. Give him a round of applause. Oh, he thinks he's the man. Oh, poor Timmy Aarons. Oh, cry, cry, cry. You see this, Timmy? This is the world's smallest violin playing. Just for your injury. Just for your injury.
Didn't
Oh,
think you'd
look at
get
it.
that cliche out there.
Ooh. And just think, this is your 50th episode. The greatest episode you could have because you've got me, Mr. Indie Podcast, Mr. Indie Wrestling, Mr. Indie Delight. You've got me here.
Dear me.
I beat any of your other guests. Yeah, Ethan Allen's absolutely brilliant, but he's not in LWF's league. The other guests that you've had, Aton Steen. Oh, nah, I wipe my hands with him. I easily beat him. There's just no need for me to even try. But we'll indulge you. We'll carry on. We'll let this little freak show carry on for a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
because after all,
next?
The Real Ryan Lowe show, the Real Ryan Lowe podcast is about giving people an opportunity to express themselves, to feel their zebra, to truly embrace the change. So, Timmy.
Awkward, but sure. Okay.
Timmy. Don't interrupt me when I'm about to ask you a question. This is what I'm talking about, guys. This is how disrespectful this man is. I try and give him the tools to create the greatest podcast ever made, and all he does is just backhand and just try and ruin what a good thing we've got going here. And
you only get what you give, Ryan.
And I don't know what he wants from me. I do my best. I'm doing my best for him. And Timmy, I'm just not feeling the love. Now I want to know. Now I want to know.
I'm not showing any.
So this is your 50th episode. What would you say, bar of course this one, with your delightful Real Ryan Lowe brand, what would you say is your greatest guest that you've had on this show?
Only a narcissistic person like you would ask me to point out one person. Only a narcissist would do that. You know I can't do that. You know I can't. Because I actually have morals.
Okay, let me rephrase the question then. Let's pull that back. Etch a sketch that out of your mind. Who are some of your favorite guests that you've had appear on your show?
How long have you got?
As long as you need.
The She-Wolves, Casey Owens and Wallace Barton, Tonga, Ethan Steen, Simon Hill, Ethan Allen. Pains me to say this, but multiple times Isaiah Quinn. He makes for a very good podcast.
Is that Isaiah Quinn?
He is.
Isaiah Quinn or not Isaiah Quinn? because we know they are two very different people indeed.
I'd like to believe it was Isaiah Gwynn, or else I'm interviewing a completely different person. I'd like to think it was. Although right now, we don't know.
But it doesn't matter about all those people because you know the greatest person that you've had on this show is me. And
the one, again, that nobody asked for.
exactly. But everyone needed it in their lives because look, it's me, your boy, the real Ryan Lowe brand. And I am absolutely fabulous.
You Carmella? I mean, you've got the zebra print. She's got leopard print, but you're not too far off. Although
Carmella
Carmella
wishes
does look a lot more beautiful than you.
Carmella wishes she could be with the likes of me.
I'm
Corey
genuinely wondering
Graves,
how long this will stay on
even
YouTube.
Corey Graves loves the real Ryan Lowe brand.
I wonder how many people can get tweeting Corey when this goes out. I wonder how many people can get tweeting Corey. See if he actually gets a response to how much of a dosser this guy looks. Sat there like that.
He wouldn't do that. Corey Graves is a great guy. Even he likes the real Ryan Lowe brand. Like I just said, he is a delightful specimen, just like me. He and me take the same kind of aspect and goals in life, and we succeed at what we want to achieve. Corey Graves succeeded in wrestling. I'm succeeding in wrestling, just like I will when I next compete at either TWA, Tenacious Wrestling Alliance, or that dosshole of Chorley with LWF. All coming out, Ryan. And I'm telling you something. Sometime soon, the real Ryan Lowe brand is going to be wearing gold. And that is a promise.
Possibly the worst promise I think anyone could ever give as well. That is not a future anybody here wants to see.
That's the only future. It's inevitable that it's going to happen. It's just when I decide it's going to happen. Because as it stands at this moment in time, the people do not deserve me as their champion. I decide when I want to be champion, and I decide who that delightful person is going to be. The lucky one that will lose to me, the face of indie wrestling.
As much as I hate to say it, another former guest on my podcast, a phenomenal former guest on my podcast. Do you think you'd be able to beat Davey Getsky, the Getskiest man alive?
I never mentioned Davey Getsky. I said one person in the future, when I'm ready, will be lucky enough to be defeated by me. Didn't say when, didn't say who. You are now putting words into my mouth that did not come out. I have the utmost respect for Davey Getsky, but even he cannot compare to the real Ryan Lowe brand.
Clip that, everyone. Clip that.
I am the it man of indie wrestling. I am the ace of indie wrestling. I am Mr. Indie Wrestling. And no one can lace my boots. No one deserves to be me.
No one wants to be you.
Everybody wants to be me. Whether they like to admit it or not, even you want to be me. Look at the blazer that you're wearing right now. Did I not gift you that blazer to make you look a bit more professional rather than you wearing your hand-me-down robes that you originally had? Did I not make you the fine specimen that you are today by dressing you and giving you interview tips to ensure that you, Timmy Aarons, would be the spokesperson for the LWF and Free Count Radio? Yes, I gave you the opportunity to succeed. I gave you everything you needed, and this is the disrespect that you give me. You clearly want to be just like me. Otherwise, you wouldn't have accepted my gift. You wouldn't be wearing the jacket. It just proves that I am the real role model. I am Mr. Indie Wrestling. I'm the savior, and I'm here to stay.
You ever stop?
Yeah,
Is it a stop? It's like a button on your back. You just press. You
I mean, you
stop
can try,
talking.
but you never know. It may make it go longer because I know that I can just talk for England.
Oh, we all
Because
know that.
let's be honest, I don't just entertain in front of the millions at the LWF. I don't just entertain on the podcast of Free Count Radio or the Real Ryan Lowe brand or the Real Ryan Lowe show. What I do is I DJ and I can go all night.
He attempts to DJ. I did see that he does attempt to DJ.
Very
Attempt.
successfully, I may add.
Nice. You did, as an interviewer myself, you did try to dodge a question about winning a certain title, but as it pertains to the jacket, it was worn in spite of you. So by wearing it for the very first time on my podcast, you've appeared. So if I take this off, does that mean you'll go away? Is that
I mean,
how this works? Is that Beetlejuice?
you can try, but Beetlejuice, you have to say 3 times. You don't take your jacket off for Beetlejuice to disappear.
I brought this on and you did appear. It's the worst mistake I think I've ever made in my life.
It's the greatest achievement you've made in your life because look at that. Look at that fine specimen. That jacket, it's the pure quality of that jacket is just absolutely glorious. It is so exquisite that it makes Isaiah Quinn cream.
That's not a fan of that one. Not a fan of that one. He's a dapper man, Isaiah Quinn too. Don't put those
And
two words together, please.
and
Ever
and
again.
and
Ever
Isaiah
again.
Quinn would love that jacket.
You might well do, but those two words, no. Stop. No.
Everybody loves cream.
Oh, the level of cringe. The level of cringe. Right. Any more questions? Because you seem to have gone off on a bit of a tangent on let's just act as if it is the real Ryan Lowe show. Let's just act as if it is, as if you haven't just invaded my podcast. So, but I had a whole thing planned. I had a big thing planned.
Oh, and who was going to be
here.
who could have been your guest that would have
don't need to know that.
replaced such an exquisite guest such as myself? Look at me. I ooze sexuality. I ooze confidence. I am Mr. Indie Wrestling. As I keep
had a
telling you.
conversation with a broom in a broom closet and got a better conversation than you. And the broom wouldn't have almost had the tits out too. So that would have been, better. Because I'm wondering how long this YouTube video is going to actually stay up. I've got a squeaky clean record actually on here. Don't want this. All of you, just you ruining it.
You know what? The way you're talking to me is absolutely disgusting. I am sick and tired of this. This interview is over. I am done. This stupid podcast does not deserve the real Ryan Lowe brand. This interview is just done. I'm done. I'm out of here. Goodbye.
And that is my greatest achievement. Goodbye, everyone. Now that he's gone, I'd like to issue ourselves a little bit of an apology. It's probably still going to go up, but I'd like to give everyone a bit of an apology because that absolute dosser was never meant to be on my channel at all. I would much rather have, as I said, a broom from a broom closet have much more stimulation than what Mr. Ryan Lowe could give. But following from a certain mutiny event, if you didn't see, go online on Instagram and you will be able to see it on LWF and potentially on my page if I can remember. I did tear up a real Ryan Lowe poster. And since the narcissistic, egotistical, moronic Dosser, as his words, not mine, likes to give out his memorabilia, his merch, his business cards. Let's give it, it's just a bit of a, and one more. Never, ever, ever again. Never. Goodbye, everyone.